The government's taking action to curb violence on school campuses with the reintroduction of the school policing program, this time in a much reduced format. Officials are, however, hoping it will have the desired effect of increasing safety on all campuses, particularly those where gang affiliations generate the most concern. Cleopatra Murphy leads us off tonight.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, has confirmed that police officers have been stationed at 9 schools in New Providence in response to rising violence at public schools. The latest incident, a stabbing here at the A.F. Adderley Junior High School last week.
They went in on Monday. There should have been, I saw photos of them meeting with administrators and some students. It is a matter that we have acted. We've received some feedback from Mr. Carlos Reed, Reverend Carlos Reed, who went into the schools. He's a consultant at the Ministry of National Security. I've received communication from Belinda Wilson, the president of the BUT, and we will take them on board. The one thing that everyone agrees to is that the police have a place in school. The police police the Bahamas, and schools are a part of the Bahamas.
The return of school policing, initially started under the Christie administration in 2007, comes amidst a growing crime problem, particularly in New Providence, with 35 murders already on record for the year. While the presence of police on school campuses has been met with some pushback in the past, that's not the case this time.
Everyone is now cooperating around how they should operate because the security officers in the Ministry of Education schools aren't there to protect teachers, aren't there to protect administrators, aren't there to protect students. They're there to protect government property. That is what I learned in a case that I did for a teacher at L.W. Young who was injured. And so today, everyone appears to be united.
The question is, will the presence of police on campuses curb violence? Munro is hopeful it will in the academic setting and also in the wider society.
We want the citizenry to have an attitude that if something happens, you don't take the law into your own hands. You give it to the police. So how better to inculcate that in persons and to start with students. The police are on campus. If you have an issue, you can access them.
While Commissioner of Police Paul Rolle previously suggested removing troubled students from school campuses instead of adding police, reluctant to place armed officers in that environment, Munro doesn't share that concern, as he's putting faith in their training.
How they choose to equip the police who go into the schools will be a function of their intelligence, will be a function of what they need. And I would imagine that if you have policing in the school, at the gate, outside of the school, the policing professionals will decide how they do that.
He says the decision to place police in the schools selected was driven by intelligence, with the Minister of Education recommending 2 others. Munro added, though, they're constrained with placement due to a shortage of police officers since the force has not mounted an aggressive recruitment for the past 4 years. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Hungry and looking for something so satisfying? Something to truly tantalize your taste buds? Then make it Charlie's, the home of the #1 cheesesteak in the world. Also serving up a variety of delicious wings, freshly cooked to order under 10 minutes. With 2 locations to serve you. Mall at Marathon, open from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and the East-West Highway next to Solomon's from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. That's Charlie's, the home of the #1 cheesesteak in the world. 393-3100.